Hey, everybody. Hey, it's Ruth Ann. We had lunch today with Ruth Ann in Los Alamos in person.
So, this is, I want to, just appreciate those people who come early and help me create the sacred space. It really means a lot to me. Because I start a half hour early, really, trying to tune in here. And so let's take a moment to just connect with each other. And take this special
Victoria,
moment to see everybody. It's really interesting this time. It's a kind of, for many of us, it's a time of emerging, which holds, kind of a particular spiritual challenge of when we start seeing other people, how do we keep our center, keep a sense of our depths, our inwardness, at the same time as we're moving out. And I know there's some people yet from Canada or from Australia maybe are still not going out yet, but many of us are having this wild experience of seeing other people, hugging and all kinds of, and it's a bit overwhelming and maybe requires particular kind of spiritual practice of centering, of connecting on the inside, as so that we can come out in the most authentic way. And I want to also say that I just remembered that I'm celebrating this day. It's 9 months till my birthday, so I think of this as my conception day. That if you want to conceive of
Exactly
of
9
me,
months.
yeah,
That's
9 months till my birthday, and also happens to be my parents' wedding anniversary. Not the first one, not their first one,
No.
but
they were celebrating that anniversary.
Celebrating. And I am the result of that celebration. And so, I'm thinking about myself as just a little bud, a little tiny bud.
Little spark.
Now we're going down to see our origins. We're going down to see. And so the practice that I want to begin this journey with is called going down to see. And I think of this as really kind of a good balance to our going out and seeing, or going up and seeing. We're going down to see that there are places in our own depths that are absolutely going to be essential as we emerge. And that there's kind of a rush to go up, and actually the going down is the essential step that we need to descend to our own depths, so that we can emerge in a place of authenticity and wholeness and awakeness, consciousness. Right?
In the Alexander technique, which is about reclaiming our natural posture, they literally give the direction: you have to go down to go up. You go down first, and then you go up.
Right, that's what creates that stability. That way of entering the world from those depths, and so the chant says El-ginnat, El-ginnat egoz, yarad'ti. I'm going to go down to the nut grove, and the nut really represents this kind of place we have to crack open the nut of our hearts and find that deliciousness inside, and then it says lirot, in order to see, B'ibei hanachal. And so the word nachal is really has been important to me. There isn't quite a good English translation, but there is a good Arabic translation and a good Spanish translation, because it has to do with an arroyo or a wadi, and it's a very special place. And I'm seeing this as a place inside me. But what makes something an arroyo, and which is where I like to hike. I call my arroyo where I hike, I call it the God-made trail. It's a trail that's made from the flow of water, but that water from the source flows intermittently, and I find that true.
But we try to keep it constant.
Intermittent flow of water. And when it does flow, it changes the shape of the arroyo. It changes the shape of that inner flow inside me. And I have to pay attention to what's new inside. And so the way I want to do this practice is to set an intention that says, at the end of the chant, I will dive into my own arroyo, my own nachal, that deep place where the intermittent flow happens, to look for the bud, just to look for what is nascent, what is just beginning to grow inside me. And it feels like this last year and a half has been kind of such a long gestation kind of time, but there's something in me that has had a chance to stir, to be conceived, really. And I want, and it can get lost easily, and the only thing that saves it is my attention, my awareness, my celebration of that nascent bud inside. So at the end of the chant, what I want to do is just dive down into our own dark, deep place, and with the eyes of the heart, just look for a sense of beginning, a sense of something that is there, that wants to be noticed inside us. And then we can continue our journey from that place of the depths.
El-ginnat, egoz, yarad'ti, lirot. El-ginnat, egoz, yarad'ti, lirot. Lirot, baby, hanachal. Lirot, baby, El-ginnat, egoz, yarad'ti, lirot. El-ginnat, egoz, yarad'ti, lirot. Lirot, baby, hanachal. Lirot, baby, hanachal. El-ginnat, egoz, yarad'ti, lirot. El-ginnat, egoz, yarad'ti, lirot. Lirot, baby, hanachal. Lirot, baby, hanachal. El-ginnat, egoz, yarad'ti, lirot. El-ginnat, egoz, yarad'ti, lirot. El-ginnat egoz yarad'ti lirot. El-ginnat egoz yarad'ti lirot. Lirot, baby, hanachal. Lirot, baby, hanachal. El-ginnat egoz yarad'ti lirot. El-ginnat egoz yarad'ti lirot. Lirot, baby, hanachal. Lirot, baby, hanachal. El-ginnat egoz yarad'ti lirot. El-ginnat egoz yarad'ti lirot. Lirot, baby, hanachal. Lirot, baby, hanachal. El-ginnat egoz yarad'ti lirot. El-ginnat egoz yarad'ti lirot. Lirot, baby, hanachal. Lirot, baby, hanachal. El-ginnat egoz yarad'ti lirot. El-ginnat egoz yarad'ti lirot. Lirot, baby, hanachal. Lirot, baby,
Close your eyes. If you want to put your head down, you can do that. Imagine diving down into your own depths, into those deep places, that arroyo within, that wadi, that nachal, the place of intermittent flow, deepest place within. And bring your attention to the breath and just direct the breath into those depths. And with the eyes of the heart, look into those depths and find, what is beginning. What is the bud? What is just beginning within you? Is calling to emerge. You can notice it as a feeling or an image or a word. And feel its life force, its power, its potential. And whatever is in us is calling out to be seen, to be known, to be heard, to become, calling out from those depths. So Mima'amakim, from those depths, I call out to God. And the call is really the call of becoming. And it feels as if it's each of us our personal becoming, but it's also the call from the depths of our communal deep place, to call out from those depths and to feel the beauty of that place within, so that as we emerge, we don't lose connection with the source. So I want to create a pathway from those depths out into our worlds.
yarad'ti Yarad'ti Mima'amakim
Stay for a moment in those depths, hearing the voice from within, place in us, an us that wants to be born, wants to come into consciousness. And I just want to say that I know that this process of awakening is not something we do alone. We awaken each other.
Yeah.
We spark each other. We remind each other. You know, we see something in the face of the other that reminds us of something in us that maybe we haven't yet remembered. And sometimes that process of awakening has these little moments of surprise. And the Song of Songs, the way that the lover describes this moment of surprise, says, Lo yadati nafshi, samatni, markevot, ami-nadiv. You know, oh, and before I knew it,
She sat me down in the most noble of chariots.
Whoa.
Wow.
Woo. Where do I find myself? How did I get here?
Mayrkava.
You know, and I keep being reminded of that moment, actually last week when Jacob woke up from his dream and he said, you know, God was here and I didn't even know it. God was here all along and I didn't know it. So in encountering this phrase, I began to get very curious about what I thought about as the preconscious. You know, that which we that is the part of the mind that is below the immediate level of conscious awareness, and yet, you know, it hasn't quite been repressed. It can, you know, we have access to it. And our spiritual practice is to facilitate that access to some kind of knowing inside us that we didn't know that we knew. You know, that pre-conscious place. And sometimes something out there, you know, someone sees us, something happens, and we suddenly we are reminded, we remember something from deep inside us. We remember who we really are, and then we can step into that, the fullness of that truth. And so I wanted to use these words before I knew it, to recognize this kind of miracle of how awakening happens. It's a mysterious process. There are layers inside us of knowing, of forgetting, and often when I'm designing my spiritual practice, I'll say these words. I'll say, "What is it that I know, but I forget?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And that'll
practice.
guide me to my practice, because I want to find the sacred words that represent that deep knowing, which is tentative, and it's not always there, but maybe we can help each other to find it. So, lo yadati, nafshi, samatni, markevot, and the markevot is the chariot, and it also kind of represents the chariot in our tradition, represents the vehicle that allows us to move between worlds, between dimensions, allows us access to the infinite. So let's see if we can open up to that deeper knowing. Lo yadati, nafshi, samatni, lo yadati, nafshi, samatni, markevot, ami-nadiv,
markevot, ami-nadiv, lo yadati, nafshi, samatni,
lo yadati,
nafshi, samatni, markevot, ami-nadiv, markevot, ami-nadiv, lo yadati, nafshi, samatni, lo yadati, nafshi, samatni, markevot, ami-nadiv, markevot, ami-nadiv, lo yadati, nafshi, samatni, lo yadati, nafshi samatni markevot ami-nadiv markevot ami-nadiv lo yadati nafshi samatni lo yadati nafshi samatni markevot ami-nadiv markevot ami-nadiv lo yadati nafshi samatni lo yadati nafshi samatni markevot ami-nadiv markevot ami-nadiv lo yadati nafshi samatni lo yadati nafshi samatni markevot ami-nadiv markevot ami-nadiv
Once more.
lo yadati nafshi samatni lo yadati nafshi samatni markevot ami-nadiv markevot ami-nadiv.
So we reach inside to remember what we're here for, who we are, what's possible.
Yeah.
Find that deep inside, bringing it into awareness, bringing it into the body, so we can live it. And when I asked that question of what is it, that I know here.
But I
This,
forgot.
that I forgot.
What is that?
This chant that I'd written a long time ago came into my awareness, and it also talks about the Mayrkava, the chariot, reminding me that I am that chariot, and that in my practice I become who I really am. And the words say Hinayni here. That's the word of presence, the word that when we are called, this is the word that we answer with. Hinayni, here I am. Hinayni Osah atzmi. I am transforming myself. That's what my whole life is about. It's about transformation.
Mm-hmm.
I am transforming myself. And I'm transforming myself into a Mayrkava, a chariot, for the Shekhinah, for the divine presence. The divine presence really would like to come through, and I am often in the way.
It does happen. Yep.
But there are moments when I become that Mayrkava, that chariot, and the divine presence can enter the world through me. And it is it feels in that moment it feels like a remembrance, a coming into a fuller awareness of who I am. So I want to do this with the movements that I think are important. Maybe Ziva Lev, you could just lay there where you are.
Yeah. And we'll dance around you.
We'll dance around you. But everyone else, if you feel like it, to get out of your seat, and because each word of this chant really has an important kind of a movement to it that helps us to embody the truth of these words. And the first word let's see if I can the first word is Hinayni, here I am. And when I say Hinayni, I reach my right hand up into the heavens, and I reach my left hand down into the earth. Feel myself a connection between heaven and earth. And then maybe you can't see it, but I stomp my right foot when I say it. I say, Hinayni. Just feel yourself as that connection between heaven and earth. Here I am, connecting heaven and earth. Hinayni. And when I say Osah, that's me, or for men, Osah atzmi, that transformation, I'm going to turn, I'm going to turn, and remember in the cartoons, that when there was sometimes someone turned like, and then suddenly they were somebody else? Does anybody else remember that from cartoons?
It's like a cloud of dust and then a new person.
Right. So that's what we're doing. We're Osah atzmi. We are turning, and we turn, and we say, Osah atzmi. And you can turn a few times or just once, but then when you come back around, what you're going to do is open up to this possibility, and we say, Mayrkava l'shechina. So when I say Mayrkava l'shechina, I'm feeling a kind of like a beam of light coming right into my heart here, and I'm opening to it. Mayrkava, the light that's going to help to transform me from my small self to my big self, really. So I say, Mayrkava l'shechina. I open to that light and feel it penetrating my heart. And then I go take it into myself. Mayrkava l'shchina. And then I really go in and bow, getting ready for the next call. That's what it is. Oh, Hinayni Osah et atzmi Mayrkava l'shchina Mayrkava l'shchina. Oh, Hinayni Osah et atzmi Mayrkava l'shchina Mayrkava l'shchina. Oh, Hinayni Osah et atzmi Mayrkava l'shchina Mayrkava l'shchina. Oh, Hinayni Osah et atzmi Mayrkava l'shchina Mayrkava l'shchina. Oh, Hinayni Osah et atzmi Mayrkava l'shchina Mayrkava l'shchina. Oh, Hinayni Osah et atzmi Mayrkava l'shchina Mayrkava l'shchina. Oh, Hinayni Osah et atzmi Mayrkava l'shchina Mayrkava l'shchina. Oh, Hinayni Osah et atzmi Mayrkava l'shchina Mayrkava l'shchina. Once more, and just take a pause here and feel yourself called into kind of the next, level of awareness in your life. And you want to hear that call from within and say, here I am. Oh, Hinayni into chariot for the divine presence.
Mayrkava
And just hold that in your heart. Hold the intention to be fully present for this deployment, a sense of purpose, this remembrance. So I want to plant in us this trajectory, this journey, really, of going down to sea, of finding that arroyo, that nachal, that wadi inside, and looking there for this, for the bud, for the new growth, for the miracle within. And letting that place of newness call out and speak, be called forth. And from there, opening up to what we know deeply but tend to forget. Allowing that knowing to rise up within us. And let the knowing send us to this practice of transformation that we're all a part of, transforming ourselves into these this vehicle for the divine presence. And it's something I am, in myself. And I also look around the Zoom room and say, oh, we are that vehicle together, something that is between us, the energy that flows, when we connect. I am looking forward this next week to my first in-person retreat.
Can you believe it?
Hopefully to be able to hear actual other voices and recreate the Zoom room in person.
In 3D.
So I will miss all of you next week because I will be on retreat, but I'll be back the week after that.
The week after, yep.
And I'm going to feel you in your practice while I'm in my practice, and that these chants are still reverberating between us, and soon we will all be together. So, the question here now is like, from this practice, what is, what stirs inside you? And we are going to, it's good to kind of reflect on that stirring. And so in a couple minutes, I will send us to our breakout rooms.
So if you need to leave, we love you so much. Goodbye.
We appreciate your contributions to
Rabbi Shefa, please send us some chants for next week, even though we would be doing it ourselves rather than with you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You guys are fanatics. They're just like me.
Just like us, right? Birds of a feather,
yeah,
they
we'll
say.
miss you. But we'll see you the week after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Zivalev. Oh, she woke up
Oh, she woke up.
a little unhappy.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna send each other to our little breakout room to reflect on our practice. And so those who are leaving now can go, and I'll call you back in 10 minutes. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. All right. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Yay.
Let's see.
Great.
Wait a minute.
Oh, did you stop recording? Yes.